Hey guys, Account Second here, and this is the info video for the DASCAR Pokemon Pro Series. The second season of the Open Wheel Series. We're using the IndyCar mod, and it's coming back for Season 2 with a couple new faces and a couple drivers you already know well. And plus, we have some new tracks this season. The schedule is almost different than what it was last season, but we have a couple new races that will probably be familiar to you guys. So anyway, before we get to the schedule, you already know what the schedule was on Facebook, but for those who don't have Facebook, we're going to reveal to you guys after we reveal the roster for the Season 2 DASCAR Pro Series. You already know all this on Facebook, but I'm making this info video just for the guys who don't have Facebook, who didn't check on P2 London, and who also only follow on YouTube. So here are the drivers that will be competing this season in the Season 2 of the DASCAR Pro Series. Starts with the number 1. It'll be Tony Green representing Clockwork GP. In the number 2, it's Joshua Michaels representing Team Penske. In the number 3 is Pichu representing Team Penske. In the number 4, representing Team Penske again, Alex Hawkins. Like 3 drivers in a row representing Team Penske. In the number 5, representing Schmidt-Peterson, O'Neal Balvin. In the number 6, representing KV Racing Technology, Chloe Baker. In the number 7, representing Schmidt-Peterson, Ryan Acosta. In the number 8, representing Target Chip Ganassi, David Johannsen. In the number 9, representing Target Chip Ganassi, Daniel Voyles. In the 00, representing the Cokeheads team, Joseph Srigley. In the number 10, representing Target Chip Ganassi, Mason Powers. In the number 11, representing KVSH Racing, Dave Amann. In the number 12, representing Team Penske, is Seth Cole. The 12 would go to the champion of the Pole 1 Cup Series for Season 15. In that case, is Jonny Gardner. But since Gardner already has a ride this season, the second highest chaser that finished in that race in Zenjoltis, the finale, gets the ride if he or she does not have the ride already. And in this case, it goes to Seth Cole in the number 12. So he's coming back in the series on a reserved ride in the number 12. In the number 14, representing AJ Ford Enterprises, Dillon Young. In the number 15, representing Rahal Letterman, is Nick Pericles. In the number 16, representing Rahal Letterman, Lanigan, is Justin Roberds. In the number 17, representing KVAFS Racing, Jacob Lawlor. In the number 19, representing Dale Cohn Racing, Argel Alonso. In the number 20, representing Ed Carpenter Racing, Nikolai Svedberg. I couldn't fit the G in the last name, so I will still try to pronounce it as Nikolai Svedberg. In the number 21, representing Ed Carpenter Racing, Philip Goldberg. In the number 22, representing Dreyer and Renbold, Eric Powers. In the number 24, representing Target Chip Ganassi, Avi Saks. In the number 25, representing Andretti Autosport, Zachary Fitzwater. In the number 26, representing Andretti Autosport, Dylan Theroux. In the number 27, representing Andretti Autosport, another 3 straight drivers on the same team, Ryan Kasey. In the number 28, representing, you guessed it, Andretti Autosport, Brandon Nichols. In the number 33, representing KV Racing Technology, Isaiah Burniche. In the number 34, representing again Andretti Autosport, they're the biggest team in the league with 5 drivers, I think, or 6 in the same league. Andretti Autosport now has Michael Turner in the 34. In the number 35, representing Red Bull Honda, Sanne Kors. In the number 46, the defending champion of the Pro Series from Matthews Motorsports, representing Tilted Kilt, Benjamin Miles. In the number 49, representing Volkswagen Test Car Team, the champion of the Pole 1 Cup Series Season 15, Jonny Gardner. In the 61, the king of DASCAR, representing Scuderia Ferrari, Joseph Onesto. In the number 67, representing Fisher Hartman Racing, Sean Harple. In the number 71, representing Team Lotus, Skyler Dixon. In the number 75, representing RE Motorsports, Anthony Lopez, the winner from the Indianapolis 500 winner from the Season 1 race. In the number 76, his teammate representing RE Motorsports, Eric Heiden. In the number 77, representing Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports, Robbert Pieete. In the number 83, representing Novo Nordisk Chip Ganassi Racing, Cooper Syron. In the number 88, representing EarnhardtFanRacing.com, Zach Golbeck and the United States Marine Corps. In the number 96, representing the Lotus Test Car Team, Allahu Akbar. In the 98, representing Brian Herta Autosport, RJ Bishop. And finally, in the 99, representing Cokehead's team, is Leia Walker and TA2 Racing as well, along with Pichu in the number 3. So that's your team for Season 2 of the DASCAR Pro Series. Now let's take a look at the schedule. It's going to take a little while because there's a lot of tracks I have. It's going to take a while to get to the track I want to see, so bear with me here. We're first race at the DASCAR Pro Series opening Season 2 will be at Auto Club Speedway, the running of the AAA 400. Auto Club's coming back. I found a new version. It's much better. I did some test races with that. It is much better than it was before. Then we followed up with Penn Mountain, Pennsylvania Mountain Speedway for the running of the 7Ds 500. Making a return to Penn Mountain. I've always wanted to return to Penn Mountain. I never found the good way to do it, but I finally was able to do it. So now we're back in Penn Mountain for another season. And then it's Pocono Raceway. We're returning to Pocono Raceway. I was gonna think about the road course, but we're turning to the Triangle instead. They'll be running the Sleepy 5000, and that'll be 2 races, a doubleheader in Pennsylvania after race 1, the opening race at Auto Club. It'll be a doubleheader in Pennsylvania, first in Penn Mountain and in Pocono. And then we have another doubleheader, this time in New Hampshire. First up, it's the oval race, the New Hampshire 300. Then it's followed by the road course race. Yes, I said it. You heard it right. The road course race from New Hampshire for the running of the New England 300. They'll be in a doubleheader, so for the first time ever. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And then we head over to the Sag Harbor in Bridgehampton, New York, for the running of the Capital One Grand Prix of New York. It's a new track I found, a new road course I found, and hopefully it has some great racing there. Then we go back to the ovals, then heading to Chicagoland Speedway, a new version of Chicagoland I just found for the running of the Dark Knight 400. It's not going to be a night race, but it's sure going to be a fun race, hopefully. And then we return to the Monster Mile, Dover International Speedway, for the running of the FedEx 400. Hopefully Dover will be much better than what it was recently. I hope. Then finally we head over to the Kansas Speedway, under the lights for the running of the SpongeBob SquarePants 400K. I know it's the same name as the Sprint Cup race, but I added the K to make it different from that race and this IndyCar race. And then we head to Old Spice High Endurance Speedway. This will be the first league that'll have a race at Old Spice in our Town 3 in terms of my channels. Don't know if anyone else has done it beforehand, but you'll be seeing Old Spice for the first time on P2 London here in the DASCAR Pro Series, hosting the Old Spice Grand Prix. Then it'll make its debut in the Pole One Cup Series next season. And then it's followed by the return to Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak Norm National Raceway. Weird name for a track, but we'll be returning to Pikes Peak for the running of the Vivint 300. And hopefully Pikes Peak will be a lot better than what it was before. And then we head over to Infineon Raceway, the long version of Infineon Raceway I recently found for the running of the GoPro Grand Prix of California. And then starts our mini world tour, so to speak. It starts off in Paris, the Autodrome de Paris, not the street course of Paris, it's the Autodrome de Paris for the running of the McDonald's 250. Then we head over to Brands Hatch, another track in the United Kingdom. This time we go to Brands Hatch, and hopefully that'll have excitement going on for the running of the Santander Showcase. See what I did there? Pole One Cup has a Santander Showdown, and now the DASCAR Pro has the Santander Showcase. So it's sure to be a thrill ride. And then we will have dual races in Montemelo in Barcelona, Spain, for the running of the Gran Premio de Scuderia Ferrari, Joseph Onesto's kind of race. So it'll sure be exciting pair of dual races we will have at that track. And then it's followed by another pair of dual races in Canada this time for the Grand Prix de Dupont. Again, another dual race, but this time in Canada's iCar track. And then the Mini World Tour wraps up in Mexico City at the Oval of Adromo Hermanos Rodriguez. I found the oval. I finally found it. Hopefully it'll have some great racing for these Indy cars for the running of the Tecate 600. And then the final three races, like last season, will be held in the Indy Motorplex. Starting off with Lucas Oil Raceway for the running of the Lilly Indiana 300. No, 250, I should say. The Lilly Indiana 250. My apologies. And then it's dual races for the Angie's List Dual Grand Prix of Indianapolis, the Indy Road Course. And as always, it all wraps up at the biggest spectacle for open wheel racing, the Indianapolis 500. Of course, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's the schedule for Season 2. We will be starting soon. This is the account second here. Good luck to every driver competing. I'll see you guys later.